So hard for there, Jimmy. Jesus.
You can hear it.
Yeah. I can also hear myself.
Yeah, I can hear myself as well.
It's your head. No, it's your head. It's your headphone mic.
No.
Oh, it's just sensitive.
Yeah, you might want to like either lower the volume in your headset or move the mic down, or that. Ramirez Unlimited.
Oh damn.
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Ramirez son. All right, I'm gonna share this bad boy out if you guys want to do the same. Who's watching the game?
Not I.
Why not? You're already setting up for failure, or you don't expect?
Jimmy,
up, like,
how did you just speak? Oh shit! Because I'm looking at the YouTube video. I was tripping for a second there.
They're up like 15-1. So it's kind of like
But then I just saw myself.
there's nothing to watch. They've won already.
I know, and it's 15-2 now. Huh?
Stop! He's already dead.
Meh. The Lakers already won, and and if I don't care about the Dodgers, they might win. But it's when I care that they start.
Oh, sorry.
They'll start
They
losing.
don't win.
Well, salute, boys.
And what you love.
Oh, yeah, let me go get mine.
Ooh, Jimmy got a Bud Light.
What you had.
Wait, go up again.
What, mamas?
It's a picture when you're on the road.
When you were riding with Auntie Rita.
Yeah. Mom's all alone.
That's good nutrition
No, I
right
was
there.
with Uncle. I was with Mom.
And what you love. All right, Amelia. I'm going to need you to relax, okay? Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when you're playing.
We can't
Dude.
sing at the same time, boys. Live stream is gonna fuck us all up.
Yeah. Dude, that's honestly, bro, what's so funny to me is that like how many people are like, oh my god, like this is such a good song, dude. Like, oh my god.
I
It's
know.
like, bro, where have you been?
You're like 40 years late, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Quite
don't try to be cool
literally.
now.
Like
Yeah.
when Zach was in high school.
Yeah, dude, with black hair.
That's how that's how long ago that was.
What?
What are you drinking, Jimmy?
Sapporo.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. No wonder it said
Oriomite.
Ramirez.
I got the for the game.
I got the link out there.
Ooh,
Chavez,
cute.
Or Chavez. Movie.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
the
Luka.
Dodgers because they kicked those people out of there, right? Remember?
I wasn't there for that. No, I had nothing to do with any of that, dude.
I got me a little sour action cracking tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, Mister, I don't drink sours.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay, that's rude.
Okay. All right, so let's we've been live for 4 minutes, so fuck it, let's do it.
I don't know. Let's do it.
Ready?
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. This is too much.
Twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Dude. Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!
The old dick twist.
I like the bro in front. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My God.
What's up, everybody?
Come one, come all.
We are here. We are
Yes,
live.
we are. Zach and
What's
Dave
up?
make a podcast, episode 5. Once again, I'm Zach,
I am Davicho.
and that's my daughter Amelia. Yes, and this is a very, very, very special guest. Probably one of the main reasons why we ever got into podcasting in the first place. And we'll get into that a little bit if his internet keeps up with us. But our good friend Jimmy motherfucking Compton.
What's up,
What's
my brother?
up, guys? How are you guys? Glad to be on.
Dude, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, man. How's everything?
I know. It's been crazy. I mean, what can you say? It's 2020. You know what I mean? It's been
It's
a
a nutty
wild
time.
one. It's a nutty time. The Dodgers just won 15-2.
Ooh, the last time I think we all hung out was unfortunately on the day Kobe died, and we did the Jag show. We co-hosted it with you, and we were talking about COVID.
Shout out Kobe. He just won, right? Too. He won championships.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Lakers, number 17. I was so fucking happy and so goddamn drunk the other night. That's
were you the one with the NOS tank?
Yeah, dude. I had the NOS tank, and I was in the Mario costume driving the go-kart.
Hell yeah, there we go.
Dude, I was on that. I was all boofed out, bro. It was crazy.
I was all boofed out, fool.
Yeah, dog. I was feeling freeze-dried.
Yeah, no. The last time that we hung out, we co-hosted the Jag show, and I specifically remember telling people, "Do not worry about COVID. It's not going to be anything." Boy, was I wrong.
I might chop that up and make that into a clip, dog. I might.
Ooh, the orange with the tahini.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
We're just vibing out here, bro. Eating oranges with tahini.
We're like dog face on the skateboards, just going down the floor.
All right, we were talking about this. We were talking about this before we ever even started like recording, like actually getting into it. And dude, it is whack to see all these people like, oh my god, like Fleetwood Mac is so cool. It's just a vibe, dude. It's like a vibe.
I just listened to their album the first time.
It's kind of silly, man.
Yeah,
it's such a vibe and a mood. Oh my god,
you're late to the game, sis.
Dog,
you are.
You know this shit's crazy when you start seeing Fleetwood Mac shirts at Hot Topic.
Bro, in Hot Topic's defense, dude, they've had Fleetwood Mac shirts there forever.
I've never stepped.
I used to work there, dude.
It was that
Really?
popular album. Which one's the one? I think the song is on that album.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but
it has 4 of them. It says Fleetwood Mac and that little writing at the top. Yeah.
Hold on, you worked at Hot Topic?
I did work at Hot Topic, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was maybe like
Stonewood?
18. Yeah, I was maybe like 18, 19 years old. I worked there during seasonal. I was a sick ass hardcore kid in there, dude. Going in there wearing basketball. I'd go in there wearing basketball shorts, a white t-shirt, and then you guys know those Dickie flannels with like the hood?
Oh,
I'd go in there with like my Stronghold hat on and stuff. Yeah.
I remember that
And
shit.
Cortez's.
That's tight. I love it.
When I got out of high school,
Such a vibe.
they had just opened up the Hollister in the Stonewood Mall, and me and Mikey for fucking like 6 months worked there. And like me personally,
I don't believe that.
It's true, man.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe that.
I don't know if it was 6 months, but I didn't even work on the floor. They had me and Mikey, the two brownest guys that worked there, work in the stock room. Like,
well, yeah, Nick, you're not
free tight clothes. Like everything is skin tight. Wear this while you work. And
you didn't have the right vibe, Dave.
No, dude. David and Mikey just didn't have the right height, bro. You have to be 5'7" and over to work on the floor.
It's fucked up when your jean size is like 29, 34. You know what I mean?
This was wearing kid sizes out there and shit, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm an average height man.
No, you're not.
Leave me the fuck alone. I hate this heightest bullshit that you do to me.
Heightest.
Whoever told you that you are of average height was bold-faced lying to your face, dude.
My doctor.
Your doctor's full of shit.
And
we don't believe doctors anymore, dude.
Actually told me directly that I was
Dr.
average height.
Fauci that told you? Because I don't
we don't believe doctors anymore, Dave.
Nah, dude. Fuck doctors. Fuck scientists. Just business people, man. They're the smart ones.
So we were gonna talk art, but then we're kind of like, you know what, man? Like Jimmy's gonna be on the show.
Fuck art.
Why don't we just bullshit, dude?
I'm down.
I'm down to bullshit. But I wanted to talk to you.
Mhm.
Are you still streaming? Like, are you still gaming and streaming?
Yeah,
That's
so
where I got that Ramirez Unlimited, that King for that little part for the promo. That's where I got it from your gaming.
yeah.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah, so like my fingers in a lot of pies right now. So streaming with the team that sponsored me. Shout out to the Ledukes, shout out Tusk, Fodes, Rod,
Holler.
Cody, all those guys. They
Hey.
help me out. They're helping me out a lot, and I'm doing a lot of work for them. And I'm also gaming with them, and we stream almost every day. Between like 4 to 6, we're either doing PUBG. We just got on
Rogue Squadrons?
No, that's Star
Oh,
Wars. And then there's
oh.
Rogue Commanders or some shit. What was it called? Anyway, point is, I'm streaming with those guys, and it's actually really fun. We also just got on a Rogue Company is the name of the game. Rogue Company, PUBG.
That's in beta right now, isn't it? Rogue
Yeah,
Company?
yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty fun. I recommend if you're into it, hit it up. Like I said, PUBG. And we also just got on Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia. That was fun.
Is the
That was
hype
fun.
real?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
fun
surprising
because
as I think it is.
yeah. So to say that it's absolutely like balls to the wall scary, I don't know. You know, people have different range tolerance.
I'm a little
scary.
bitch, bro.
Yeah, so am I, dude. I watched The
It's cool.
Conjuring the other day and I was freaking out.
It's cool because it works better with your headphones, obviously, and with the homies, right? It's always better because the atmosphere is there, and you're looking for shit. You're basically ghost hunting. With you have your spirit box, you have a camera, you have a flashlight, you have a UV light, and you're pretty much looking. You get reports, and you go to a hotel, a school, a house, and you go in. Of course, lights off, lights on. What happens is they give you a set of rules, and you go and investigate, and you see scary shit. Sometimes you have a sanity meter, and the more you explore and the more you try to interact with it, because it works with your voice too. So like, let's say it'll tell you the ghost's name is Tom Smith, and if you say its name, it gets angered. So you go into the house and you're like, yo, it's Tom Smith here. Tom Smith, where are you? Tom Smith, say something. Tom Smith, make yourself known. Tom Smith, are you mad? Tom Smith, do you want us to leave? Tom Smith, we're not going to leave. And then you got to kind of agitate it so that you can get your picture proof, which gives you more money at the end of the investigation. Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. It's involved.
Can you ask it perverted things like, hey, Tom?
Yes, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Tom, show it to me. Tom, where are your nudes? Where did you leave them?
Tom, will you gargle my nuts? That's exactly what Dave was going to say right now.
Tom,
will you
touch
gargle the 1 and 2s?
Give me some ghost gargles.
Yeah, but you have to say its name and then say whatever stupid shit. Sometimes it gets angered.
You have to say its full name.
Yeah, because I guess it works on voice recognition. So the more you agitate it, the more like you can set up cameras. And then one of you, depending on your team, you can have up to 4 people on a team per like mission or whatever.
Okay.
One, you can set up cameras, and then one can be you're in a truck. You start in a truck before you go into the house, and it gives you like it's very like Ghost Hunters, like that show with Zach Baggins or whatever his name is, like that. You go in with your equipment, and one is a crucifix. So if the ghost tries to like jump inside you. You can always crucifix it away and it'll go away. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And it kills you sometimes too, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what happened? Yeah, so it makes you go insane. So the lower your sanity meter, the easier it is for the ghost to come get you. So you kind of have to leave and like regenerate, I guess, back in the truck, and then you can.
And they have
back.
sanity pills too, right?
Yeah. Pills. You can throw salt. It's fun. It's fun. It's very basic. Like you don't expect like
I've watched Bello play it. Yeah. I watched Bello play it. Yeah.
It's fun.
It looks fun, dude. I was watching him play it. That dude was freaking the fuck out, dude.
That was fun. Yeah, we're also streaming on Fridays. Since Super Audio Network, shout out Super Audio Network. They're off for the month of October. So every Friday, we the Ledukes on Tuscadero's Twitch. So if you want to see us, you can either catch us on Twitch.com/Tuscadero,
Twitch.tv. Yeah.
/Tuscadero. This is 1997.
Right.
Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Tuscadero, and then also twitch.tv/MetalFace J. That's me. I
Ooh.
also stream with the guys, so it's like a dual streaming action if you want to just
Yeah, I know what you're
stream
talking about.
snipe
Where it
us.
has like the multi-stream, right? Where essentially, if you guys like link it together or whatever, you guys can have people can watch you guys all stream at the same time, right?
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
interact. So we also have a Discord. We can invite you to that if you want to jump on and talk shit. We're always on. We're always doing something. And what else am I doing? I also have there's my Ramirez Unlimited, right, which I do my branding.
Right.
I do a bunch of art. I did your logo that I see
Yeah.
somewhere.
Top
here.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, top right. So shout out to that. I also did a bunch of the other homies logos. I did shout out to
You did the social club, right?
Yeah, the social club. I did them. They're barbershop
Right
in
next to the
Southgate.
Allen Theater. in
Yeah,
Southgate.
yeah, yeah. And I'm also, let's see. I'm still working with them. They actually just released a few months ago, before all this bullshit. They released a new line of clothing with my design on it. On the
shit.
sleeves. Yeah. It was a collab with another artist whose name escapes me, but both of us did something for the artwork. So I did the sleeves and the logo for the front, and then the artist did the one in the back. It came out really, really nice. You can check them out. I did all their stuff. You could also check me out on Instagram on Ramirez Unlimited, just like it says down there.
Yeah.
You can hit me up, ask me questions. I do design work. If you need artwork for pretty much anything that can be printed, I can do it in whatever style you wish. So just hit me up.
One thing
don't
that
be
he
afraid to ask
didn't
questions.
mention,
Homie.
yeah, one thing he didn't mention though is he can suck the chrome off a trailer hitch, bro. He can
Golf
suck
ball.
a golf ball through a garden hose, dude.
That's on my OnlyFans. So
They
sign up for
said
that.
that Jimmy can suck the dimples off a golf ball. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that's entirely true.
Pop, 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 pop.
2 golf balls.
It varies. It
Give or
varies.
take. Two golf balls at the same time. Dude, I'll never forget me being like 17 years old, Betrayal's Weakness, playing with Take Vengeance at the Allen Theater.
Yeah.
And we, so the Dalton twins knew you guys.
Oh yeah,
Or-
shout out straight
yeah,
down.
Yeah, they knew you guys. I had never met you guys. And then I come up. I mean, I'd met Dave like a while before that or whatever, but he and I weren't like cool then at that
Zach
point.
was working at a Ralph's when I was working at the Ralph. Well, at the bank inside the Ralph.
I remember that.
And then
No,
that's
that
when
was after this. No, that was after this. That the Ralphs was way after this. This is when I was still in high school. My band was playing with your band at the Allen High School. At Allen.
Oh yeah.
First time talking to like Jimmy and Ivan and all them. And I remember you guys go up on stage and you're like, oh, we want to give a shout out to our homies in Betrayal's Weakness. And Jimmy goes, and they love to dock. I was like, I had no idea what that was. I learned something new that day, dude.
Yeah.
I remember leaning over to Steve going, what is docking? I don't know what that is.
We're not going
Please
to
explain it
explain
to
what
me.
docking is. Go ahead and Google docking in the sexual manner.
Yeah.
Not
It's
space
actually pretty
matter.
fun. I mean,
Not like space travel or anything like that. So, dude, when did you start getting serious about like art or specifically what you do, like graphic design and all that?
I think it was always an ongoing thing because I
Right.
did go to school for graphic design. Laugh out loud. Cue laugh track. Because
We got to work on that.
yeah, because I only say that because nowadays, like, you could learn what I learned on YouTube for freezies. You know,
Yeah, seriously.
that information in 2005, 2004 wasn't available like that. So, going to school, I first started in video game design. And I was learning all that stuff to how to motion capture, rig, and do textures, and using programs like ZBrush and 3D Studio Max and like Cinema 4D, all those things. You kind of learn them, and then
I have no idea what's going on behind me, dude. It's a crab walk, dude. All right, go get your ice cream and go color.
Essentially, the female version of Zach
I love
Yeah,
in
it.
like a miniature form,
Love you.
and no beard, All
right, my bad, Jimmy. To
Yeah, no
interrupt
worries.
you right there.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I had
so
asked
then-
Jimmy when he got serious about it, and then we went on from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I switched over to graphic design. I love typography. I love letters. I love words. I love creating the symbol that can resemble you and your organization. Not just you guys, but whoever the client may be. And I guess I got serious. I honestly shout out to the homie Carlos because it was I was at his wedding, and I don't know what happened the next morning. I kind of woke up and I was telling my wife, I was like, you know what, I kind of don't want to go back to that customer service job. She was like, what customer service job? The customer service job I was at. All right. What do you mean you don't want to go anymore? And I go, yeah, well, you can call out. No, I don't want to go ever. I don't want to go back. She's like, oh, okay. Well, you got to find another job. So I started looking, right? Craigslist, every single graphic designer shitty position that I saw, I just threw it out there.
And that's when you did your first porno, right?
Yeah, so then Craigslist, you look in the backpage.com,
the
very back. Hey, man, you got to do something, you got to feed the monkey. But when you start doing it small, I guess. You start doing just drawings for your friends, drawings for your band friends who are in bands. Yeah, I do logos.
Take Vengeance, right?
I did a lot for Take Vengeance. Not any of the more recent stuff, but a lot of the first stuff. I did a lot of the.
You
logos.
did the baseball. You did the Negan baseball bat.
Right. The wrapped baseball bat thing. Yeah. I did that one.
Those of you who don't know, Jimmy was. I don't want. Yeah, the original singer for Take Vengeance, because before that it was a different band, Shot at Sunrise, and then. I don't know when it changed. I always forget, but you were the singer when I joined. And
and that was
truth
a lot
be told, if you listen to the one recording we have with Jimmy singing, there's one song with lyrics. The rest of the songs are just noises and grunts.
Barking.
Yep.
Growling.
That's when you guys were more metal too. You guys had a lot more of a metal influence to you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we played with a lot of random ass bands. I always liked the ones where it was like hardcore, punk, metal, and then psychobilly for some fucking reason. But they all were on the same. Yeah. And you could see the crowds. You could see the separations in the social crowds. It was cool because they all didn't like each other and everybody fought everybody.
Yeah. You used to be into graph too, right?
Yeah. I was. Yeah, it was that also fed into my appreciation for typography and graphic design. So I transferred over, and then again starting over with bands, and then doing internships. I did a whole bunch of little things here and there that always involved art. But I want to say in 2017 is when I first got my actual position as an artist, and which is to this day now I'm still a graphic designer at the job that I'm at now. And then also on the side I'm branding, and I'm always doing artwork.
Jesus,
like I said, I got
throw up?
Yeah,
no,
what the fuck's going on here? You got that glizzy.
It smells like cum.
Hey, Jimmy, remember that shit? Remember the show that we played in Riverside
when Dave burped up cum?
No, it was Stewie. It was Stewie.
So we played some random ass show. I forgot. I remember it was with Count Time. Anyway,
it was like at a mechanics fucking.
That was Take Vengeance's first show back, right?
At the time, he like.
It was the second show.
Yeah,
it was Jimmy. Oh, there he is.
Connect. Hello.
No,
there you're good.
2, 3.
You're good.
Okay. It was like at a garage shop, whatever. We played, and then afterward, I guess Stewie played too much, or he played too rough,
or he drank too much.
He drank too much, some shit. But he pounded it too hard, and then it got foamy, and so he started puking. He's like, "Yo." he's like, he's out. He's like,
it's fucking morose, bro. It's disgusting.
And he's like, "Why does it smell like cum?"
Oh, dude, he's pounding those steel reserves with that X on his throat, or what?
Yeah, man. Shout out.
I love that guy.
He's an amazing drummer.
I remember like running into him at like a weed shop, and then never talking to him after that. That was like 7 or 8 months ago.
He's good. He's good, man.
No, good for
He's
him.
he
He's a
actually
dad
has
now.
he's a dad, and he also does something art related too. He has his own printing company,
Yeah, it's
3600.
apparel. Yeah.
Yep, 3600 apparel. Check them out, they're pretty awesome. Yeah, so he's also doing something. I'm also working with a cannabis company called Champion
Oh.
Rips. You should check them out, Champion Rips. They're doing like a whole like a marketing thing, and
All
I'm just
right.
helping them out with artwork and stuff. I did their logo. I'm helping them out. And yeah, man, it's just a matter. It's just a matter of getting those clients up and getting that work to where you don't have to do your other real job, and then you can be like, "Yo, I quit." Now you're your own boss. But I'm
Man.
still it's little by little, man. Little by little is just not
And then
stopping.
you actually have to like pay your own taxes.
Yeah. You have
That's
to.
why I enjoy having a boss. Is I don't have to worry about paying my own taxes.
You don't gotta worry.
You're
One
right,
less
yeah,
thing
yeah.
to worry about, I guess.
It depends on who does your taxes, or if you got a good tax guy, you can like I don't know, write off everything that you buy. You know what I mean, and just write it off
That's
to the
true.
company
You
again.
gotta get Trump's tax guy.
I get.
Apparently,
so you don't
Good.
pay anything.
He good.
I need his number.
dude, that's a beautiful mind CPA right there, bro. Just stands right there, and the numbers start flashing at him and stuff like that. Numbles. So what got you into doing that kind of stuff?
I've always enjoyed logos. I like the successful logos that sort of
I mean,
stand
like,
out.
I mean, like when you were a kid, did you used
Oh,
to
no.
just like love to draw, or like
Yeah,
what was it?
so I have my cousin. Shout out Tony Baloney. He was an artist, and when I was that's the youngest, the earliest memories of me seeing somebody draw, right?
Yeah.
And be like, yo, I'm gonna copy what you do. So I started doing it the way he did it, started following it the way he did it, and then you start branching out, you start talking to your teachers, and then started talking to the homies, and then other
Right.
people. Funny enough, I got into graph, I want to say in 5th, 6th grade, because I would take the bus home.
Right.
Shout out LAUSD. I was going to a school that I shouldn't have been. Shout out to using your aunt's, address. So I was using my aunt's address and going to Southgate Middle School and then Southgate High School, and I would take the bus because I
Yeah.
lived in Compton.
That is why he got the nickname Jimmy Compton. If anybody ever
So
wondered.
I started hanging out with people in Southgate, obviously, because those are the homies that were there. Because I grew up in Southgate, went to grade school till about 4th grade, moved to Compton, finished grade school there, and then came back to middle school. And then that's hey, what's up, whatever. So now I'm busing back to Compton. However, I would take the 115 to the metro station to the Willowbrook station, and that's where I met the homie Hayes. What's his real name? I don't fucking know. The guy was like 20 years old, and I was a little supple, sweet, young, innocent.
And he also kissed Jimmy on the mouth.
And that's how I learned graffiti. He goes,
So
do
he fucked
this,
you.
and then this is what happens in graffiti. Yeah, that's how graffiti happens.
He fucked you in an Escalade, and then what happened?
And then that's how graffiti happens. No, so I'm drawing. I used to pull out the
Sorry to interrupt you, but Eric, you look like broccoli cheese soup, dude.
That happens
Thank
to
you.
be my that doesn't crack like the top 3 for me in soups, by the way. Just that
broccoli cheese.
Broccoli
I like
cheese is pretty good,
cheese.
but my top
Subway.
3 soups are
doesn't crack top 3 for me.
cheesy chicken enchilada soup
Hello.
From where? Cheesy chicken enchilada soup. Where's that from?
from Chili's.
This
Bomb
was
soup.
just at
Okay,
Rubio's or
okay.
something.
Number 2 would have to be some type of ramen, probably like chicken ramen and stuff like
Like a
that.
quality restaurant ramen.
Yeah. And then number 3 would probably have to be baked potato soup.
Oh, I like chili. Wendy's
Bart's-
chili to be.
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Many leather-bound books.
Man, it smells of rich mahogany. sorry, Jimmy. Sorry to interrupt you about your soups. Let me hear about your soups.
My
Yeah,
soups.
top three soups.
I guess chicken noodle.
Okay.
I'm pretty basic. I'm not a real soup guy. I guess
Chicken
if you
noodle
would,
snaps
I could probably do 3, and it's chili, right, from Wendy's.
Chili from Wendy's.
That's not a
Wendy's.
soup.
It's not soup. You said chili.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
I said cheesy chicken enchilada soup.
Oh yeah.
That's
what,
like
that's
Mexican chili.
No, not really.
Cheesy chicken enchilada. It has cheese, chicken, and little bits of corn tortilla in there, right? And
No,
beans.
that's tortilla soup. No beans.
No beans? Oh, then okay, never mind. I guess it's not a chili.
Chili
Yeah,
is
well,
not
anyway.
soup. Chili is chili.
Okay. Oh, then I guess it's just two. Chicken noodle soup. I guess seafood soup. You guys ever have like a Thai seafood
Oh.
soup? Oh, okay. You know, seafood soup with a little lemongrass. It has mussels. It has shrimp. It has little fish,
Okay.
chunks of delicious fish. Shit
Uh,
is fire.
That makes me want to throw up right now, dude.
I'm gonna have to say number one for me is clam chowder.
Chowder.
How old are you? 65 years old?
Yeah.
I love a good tomato bisque.
Some gazpacho.
That's fucking
I love me
ridiculous.
some gazpacho.
That's funny.
Jeez.
Coming from you, Zach, Mr. Bologna Sandwich.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, bologna's hard though, but I love bologna. Everyone looks at me
Hot
weird.
dogs. Zach lived on hot dogs and cotton candy.
No,
know
I
that-
did not. That's bullshit. My bad, bro, that we all weren't raised on fucking crab legs and steak, okay? My bad, man.
I can't.
I can't help it if I like
that.
to spend $200 on a plate, okay? It's just it's
Did we talk
better.
I
about
have a
this last
refined
week?
palate, Zach.
It's better food, okay?
So this is what I'm drinking. You got me hooked on sours, dog. So here we go.
You know how much I spent on this beer?
There was only 1,200 batches made, bro,
It's
That's
super
actually quite a bit.
small.
and
That is quite a
seasonal.
It's it's made from the wild jackfruit that you can only get from Thailand.
You guys
The
are
fruit,
stupid.
the
Not
fruit,
even right. Ooh.
the fruit and the beer smell like shit, but the beer is actually quite good.
Tastes aged in whiskey barrels. I don't know
You
if you
guys
know
are
that.
doing something that I don't like. You guys are being really obnoxious. Both of you.
Rich mahogany barrels.
We're not going down this road, goddamn it.
Look at my library. It has many leather-bound books.
Books.
Smells of rich mahogany.
It smells of rich mahogany. But yeah, so I have a question to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real serious question here.
Ask away.
Do you think John Wilkes Booth died in that tobacco warehouse after he shot Abraham Lincoln?
I think he went in there healthy if he ran in there, or at least with a broken leg, because then he jumped off the Fox
Wait, he
Theater.
did.
Right?
He
Yeah.
did.
So
Okay. So
broken
I
leg.
was watching TV, saw advertisement for a History Channel show, and it's about it's like not unsolved mysteries or anything like that, but it's just like revisiting history, right?
Okay.
And apparently, John Wilkes Booth, as we know him, left that tobacco warehouse in time, right? And he moved out to Oklahoma. And while he was out in Oklahoma, he met this one guy named Finis Gates. Look him up. He ended up writing. It's Finis, Finis. He ended up writing this book called the Death or the Escape and Suicide of John Wilkes Booth. But essentially, this guy made it out alive, went to Oklahoma, lived his life, moved from there to Colorado. And then when he eventually did die, nobody claimed his body. So they preserved his body, and his body traveled around with circuses forever. And nobody's seen his body since the 70s.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's cool.
So apparently the dude's name, he took on the name of, what was it? Here, I have it on my phone.
Whoa.
He assumed a name in Oklahoma. Let me see let me find it. John St. Helen. And so this guy, John St. Helen, he became friends with the Finis Gates or whatever.
Mhm.
And he was like literally on his deathbed. He was like super, super ill. And he told that guy, Finis, he's like, hey, like my real name is John Wilkes Booth. Like, I'm the one that assassinated the president. The way that I got away and the reason why they found a body there is I sent my assistant into the He's like, I had already crossed the river, sent my assistant back in there to get my papers, like my identification, and then that guy got blasted or whatever, burned to a crisp, and they found his identification on that guy, so that's why they thought it was him.
I hear this. This is why I think that sounds like a little kinky, because why is that fool's ID and shit in a random ass barn? Excuse me.
Because he and everybody else had ran there after the assassination.
I don't know, man. That sounds like.
But anywho,
that sounds kind of fucky.
So listen, all right. So John St. Helen became David E. George. David E. George is the one that died, and they traveled him around in circuses. An independent group of doctors got the body. They rented it for like a day. It was like $1,500, and they did X-rays of it. On his right leg, on the skeleton's right leg, was a bone buildup from a previous fracture.
From the fall at the Fox Theater.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay, you may have swung me.
So
you may have swung me. Where did you say you read this?
I read it on Wikipedia. It's I looked up David E. George just because you
said Wikipedia.
Oh well, my bad, dude. Actually, I got it from a third-party independent researcher.
I could have wrote that.
Who's gonna take the time to write about a dude named David E. George, bro?
I don't know. Who has the time to make half the fucking stupid videos we watch all the time?
Well, I mean, most of that stuff is happening in the moment, dude.
I don't know, man.
His dick, like that's in the moment.
I don't know. The way the guy in the front was reacting, it felt like
you thought that was staged.
Yeah, like that's his homie. He's gonna have his homie say something ridiculous, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like that seemed kind of fake, but it was good though.
Dude, so like all those,
if it was,
it worked. The bit worked. The bit worked.
I believe it. I believe that fool made it out of there, dude.
Man,
I mean, the way
what does that mean, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. But it does. It probably matters because that fool probably had kids, and there's people related to John Wilkes Booth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
that'd be nuts,
did
right?
Decide to shoot the president. So, like, I mean,
is that what they're saying?
Oh, that was another thing, dude. He when he was talking to that finest guy, he told them that the reason why the conspiracy was actually started by Andrew Jackson, like the vice president at the time.
That he didn't really die.
No, Abraham Lincoln's vice president Andrew Jackson was the one that got the conspiracy together, like to kill him.
He's like the Alex Jones of his time.
Oh, yeah, but he was the one that sent him.
Yeah, he was the one that put together. Like, all right, so I want to make sure we know what conspiracy means, right? Like, a conspiracy is not like, oh, like it's some weird shit like Alex Jones. Like, it's an actual legal term. Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's like
Andrew Jackson was the one that put together or he was the one that conspired to do it. Mm-hmm. That's what he told that finest guy, and you can find his book online. It's The Escape and Suicide of John Wilkes Booth.
I have to check that out.
I think I want to pick it up just because I want to read it, dude.
That's interesting.
Sounds super interesting, bro.
It's definitely tough for me to like sit down and like read a book, so I'm definitely gonna do the Audible.
Because you don't know how to read.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, because I'm blind, bro.
I'm blind.
You just drank a whole thing of ketchup.
Didn't you hear me? I'm blind. Is that the is that the ghost of Stonewall Jackson? I love that movie.
Ski condo,
dude. So I me and Dave playing a hockey league online with our buddies Alex and Daniel called Neutral Zone Hockey League.
Everyone's favorite Russian.
And that's the other podcast that I'm on right now in the Neutral Zone.
Nice.
So I was awarded a team. I signed up to be a team owner, dude. Guess what my team's name is?
San Diego.
It's really good. It's really good. I thought it was good.
San Diego Anchorman. Oh yeah, dude.
Anchorman.
Yeah, the San Diego Anchorman, dude.
When they drink milk when it's too hot.
Milk was a bad choice. Nobody will ever guess that this is bat meat.
Okay. We can all agree. The three of us can.
Fuck this guy. He's just mad that he's not on the show this week.
Yeah, dude. Hard pass on what?
Hard pass on these nuts.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Amelia.
Move on to the other nuts.
Amelia's just
Furry
like
co-host.
chilling right here with me.
It's like, oh my god,
Take
yeah,
homework.
we're not talk.
Oh my God, you're famous.
For nut
She's
talk.
famous, dude. Dude, dude, every time like I'm on in the neutral zone, dude, like she'll like, oh my god, Dad, you're so famous. You're on YouTube. Oh my god, you want to be famous? Come
Here, get on TV, girl.
here,
Like PewDiePie.
come here and say hi.
You like the new
Amelia.
PewDiePie.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Yo.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you're good. How was online learning today?
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's
She
your
only
don't
knows
favorite
one word,
subject?
and it's
You don't
good.
want to dive deeper into it?
Good,
No, not really. The best.
good.
Do you like your teachers?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Amelia, everybody.
Amelia.
Hey! Why are you so red? I'm not.
I am not
She did. She looks right at me and she goes, I'm not.
That's the homie right there, man. I was there the day she was
Dude.
born. I was like the third or fourth person to ever hold her.
So was I. I was there the day she was born.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I watched that thing come out.
My goodness. Bro.
Like, did you see it? Oh, like, did you see it?
Yeah. Oh, all of it, dude. All of it.
Oh,
I
from
had
the
no
beginning
choice.
to end.
I had
Was
no
it-
choice, bro.
Were you in
You
front?
were the linebacker.
No,
you
no,
got a
no,
mirror?
no.
Wide
I had to hold Lori's leg, so it was just like right there in my face, like
Oh, you were over top.
yeah, yeah, dude. Like when the head first came out, I was like, and then I saw like the crown of her head. I was like, the head's not even big. Like, what are they talking about here, dude?
Oh,
Like what? Like it's not even big, dude. And then
Just
like
listen.
the rest of her head came out, and I went, Jesus Christ!
It keeps coming.
What is that?
There's more.
What is that thing coming out of her? Put that demon back.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
too
man. That was a great day, man. Didn't I have a cigar? Didn't we have a cigar that night?
I don't know. I know I had a cigarette after all that went on.
good.
I was
That's
jonesing. Yeah, I was
Great. That was
jonesing.
a crazy day, man. 2012. That was
Yeah, 8 years ago. Yeah, 2012. So we got into podcasting because of this guy right here. I'll never forget that day, bro. Where you called? I don't know why. How we got
were
to
sitting
talking
in the-
about it.
right behind you, right over your right shoulder. There's a guitar. We were sitting in that corner, recording our first podcast for We Are Los Angeles with Jimmy as our producer, who knows nothing about sports.
We
Except that
recorded on his phone.
Yeah, we
yeah,
recorded it
yeah.
on
We
his
wired
phone.
all the mics and shit that didn't.
No, it was only one mic. It was
Yeah.
one mic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It was
that's
one
right.
mic in the center. There's one mic.
I
In the
don't even
center.
know how we got brought up, but I think you like hit us up one day. You're like, "Hey, do you guys want to record a podcast?" And we're like, "Yeah, you know what, dude? We've been talking about doing like a Kings like hockey podcast." And you're like, "Yeah, let's do this, dude. I'll come over. Let's do it." I think that night you came over to record us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I
you
had,
were
like,
the catalyst to our. We had the dream. We didn't know what to do. We're kind of lazy, but you were the catalyst to get us to actually get off our asses and do
And I
it.
kept
Now-
telling you, like, you guys should just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about planning. Don't worry about nothing. Just
Yeah,
get on and
go.
record and get over it. The
And
first
it's so funny, man. Once you like get that first one out of the way, it's like nothing after that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's-
yeah,
you know how it's, or at least me and Zach know. Like we know how to already have chemistry with like the person that we're on the show with. You know what I mean? Even if they're complete
Right.
strangers. Like I don't know. You got us break through that wall bit. So we thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
man. Anytime anybody can get out there, anybody can get out there and like just express yourself, get your shit out there.
Right.
Like even if people don't really like it or it's not, the internet is big enough to where you can find the niche. That's what I really like about the internet and about streaming. Somebody's gonna be interested out there in whatever the fuck you have to say. Let me just
Right.
Bye.
There it is. Oh my goodness. Look at that stretch.
I remember being nervous on our first episode. That's what I remember being nervous on our first episode. I mean,
Yeah,
I
feel
remember
you.
I remember the first time I went on to Super Audio Network with you guys, the
Yeah,
Jack
me
show.
too.
I was nervous when I first
Me
went on
too.
that one, just because like I'd never recorded with those two other guys. I didn't know.
Yeah.
like what we were gonna be talking about and stuff like
I
that.
was on mushrooms the whole time, so like I was really freaking out.
It was fun. It was fun. It's always fun, like getting it there for the first time. I remember Zach was high out of his mind.
Where?
The first time, one of the first times that you were on, like,
oh yeah,
we smoked, and you were like,
dude, because I didn't smoke, bro. Because at that point I had like cut it out. Like I didn't really do it, but I was like, you know what, man, screw it. You know, like when in Rome, I'll do it with you guys. I'm gonna do a podcast. Bro, I remember like sitting there, dude, and freaking the fuck out, dude. Just like my heart was like racing, and it wasn't even about being live. It was just like I ran out of water, so I thought I was gonna die of dehydration, and then that dude's dog came in out of nowhere, bro, and scared the fuck out of me. I don't know if you remember that from that episode. If you go back and watch it, you'll see me like the dog comes in, and sniffs my legs, and I go, "Oh fuck!"
yeah. We're like, that's
man, that was such a good fucking. That was such fun. A good podcast, a good place to podcast. What happened, man? What happened at the Jag show?
Oh yeah,
and if you don't want to get too deep into it, we don't have to. But it was a great show, man. You guys had something where you had like Jay or Nay, like that's some shit. Like
you guys were the Mexican Joe Rogans, dude.
Yeah, man. You spoke to me. Yeah, except you guys, and then you guys like quit. It's like that fool moving to Texas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the Jag show was really fun. It's just that, like, after a while, like, you analyze so many videos, and a lot of them are nay.
Bullshit.
A lot of them are nay, and we were always striving for truth, right? To find that one perfect video that was, oh my God, this hits all the marks. You know, it's crisp. It's 1080p. You can zoom in and see the ghost. You can see it being a ghost. And
real quick before you go on, dude, your mic sounds like it's kind of going out a bit. You want to bring that up a little bit? I can kind of hear you.
Test.
There he is.
There we go. Yeah.
I can see it in Zach's face. He's getting pissed.
It's getting so mad, dude.
He didn't know how to interject with you, dude.
I was like,
can you hear me?
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, okay. You're good now. Yeah, it just sounded like your voice was a hot dog and it was being thrown down a hallway.
Yeah. Sounded like it had reverb like crazy. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so we were just we needed the truth, and there were so many videos that were nay, and then like also there was a bunch of creative differences that we just, you know, Angel took a step back, and then that's when I also decided to take a step back, and then Jason kind of didn't want to continue, and then he also got the offer from the VIP that's also on the Super Audio Network. Right. All of these channels you can check out. If you want to check out the last Jag video, you can go to YouTube, search Super Audio Network. You can check out the Jag show. There's also a bunch of new shows too. But yeah, and I'm also myself, like I'm looking for a new podcast just for something to do. But like I said, I'm doing my branding, so that's kind of taking most of my time. I'm also doing a new thing with my Instagram. You'll be seeing soon. I'm kind of revamping so that it's a bit easier to access the information that most people, because I assume, this is me, if I'm going onto my IG and I see that there's nothing much, I don't really have a lot of information other than a few posts, a few pieces of art, not a lot of like portfolio work, if you will. Yeah. So it's all a matter of marketing and how you market yourself and how you get yourself out there, and then little by little you're gonna start getting clients. So it's just, you know, rebranding for the most part.
I was gonna ask something, but I completely forgot it right now. Oh, what are you looking for? Like, what kind of podcast are you trying to hop on?
Yeah, man. What are you trying to do?
I guess a free form conversation. Like, I kind of like the just shooting the shit, kind of like a.
I like what we're doing here.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to do like more than 2 people at a time, or maybe 3 with like like you guys, host, co-host, and then a guest, or just if there's no guest, just shoot shit off each other. Because doing an hour by yourself, man, like you think this is hard if you got someone else to bounce ideas off of, or just bullshit with somebody, like it's a bit harder when you're manning
So
music or manning content, like
Yeah.
the homie on the VIP podcast, Fix, shout out Dark Coast Fix. He used to do the VIP by himself,
Whoa.
and he was and he's not just like
Eddie,
posting
Eddie, Eddie.
vids. And he's not just posting videos and stuff. He's like doing game shows. He's interacting with the guests. He's doing all sorts of crazy shit. But he has Jason now, so he kind of has like that bit of space so he can
Wow.
bounce
I
ideas
did
off.
see him on that.
Yeah. So he's on there now.
Yeah, the
Angel's
first
on
episode comes out
Playtime.
on Monday, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he's been on that. He's been on a few episodes already.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
been on at least 3 that I know of for sure.
Yeah. And I shit. More power to all you guys, man. I hope you
Okay.
get 1 million fucking views and 1 billion fucking followers tonight.
I hope we don't.
So do I.
You don't want to get like Wool Vicky? You don't want to get huge?
No, fuck no, dude.
You guys don't want to be the next PewDiePies?
No, I like my day job, dude.
But see, here's my thing. If it comes with like money like that, I'm cool with it. I'm still gonna work like a regular day job.
No, you wouldn't, bro.
Yeah, I would. I'd get bored, man. I'm fucking bored now. You know what I
So,
mean?
yeah. So how do you
Not
guys,
now,
what do you guys
not
do?
now during this podcast, but like
No, I meant like
before
during the
this episode.
pandemic, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we're in the LA County right now. Shit is still closed. You guys are still working. I'm still working. You know, what
I am
mean?
not working.
Oh, you're not
Unfortunately,
working?
Well, that's
yeah,
probably why you're bored, Dick.
it's been hard. I'll be honest with you, dog. It's been hard to try to find something that's like. So the last thing that I found was something to do with the election and to work IT for this, for like polling places. It's like that's gonna last 5 days. That's how long they want you for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people say there's a ton of jobs out there, in my field, like where me and Zach work, it's kind of hard right now for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure why it's hard to find an IT job.
Mhm.
Mostly, probably, I would imagine because a lot of people are working from home already. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. It's been tough, but the state of California has been taking care of us, so we're all right.
Dude, it has
Yeah.
not stopped for me, bro, at all.
Nah, dude. I mean, you
That's
guys
good.
are solid. Like you guys, you know, what I mean,
We've taken on 3 clients since the pandemic started.
Look
yeah.
at you. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, took on 3 clients. We dropped one because we didn't like them.
You guys
Dope.
are like, nah, man, I don't want your money.
Nah, I'm just playing, dude. It's not that we didn't like them. It's just
And
there
it
was
worked
just
out.
differences.
worked
There
out.
was just differences, man. Like,
Problematic
well,
clients.
some people so businesses and like business owners don't think about IT and IT needs, right? So like they always put
So
that
weird.
budget and everything on the back end.
Yeah.
So, like most places, you ask them like, "What's your IT budget?" and they go, "I don't know. Like, I didn't even think about an IT
We had a
budget."
budget.
It's like, bro, like, how do you expect your business to run if shit goes out? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you have to have a budget.
There has to be an onus on that, I think, for small business owners to take care of their IT solutions. Like, seriously, man, that has to be near the top of your budget, like of everything that you're spending. I would imagine sustainable infrastructure would be the best route.
Well, you got to think about it, dude. Like, nobody was prepared for what happened. You know what I
Of
mean?
course not.
Yeah,
everybody
I bet.
wanted us to just get everything set up right away, and I mean, fortunately, we were able to, but nobody was ready for it. And it's like, this is the kind of shit that you have to get prepared for.
Yep. I mean,
That's right.
honestly, no one really knew that the pandemic was going to be handled as poorly as it was. I mean,
All right, I mean, fuck it, let's go there, dude. Just
I didn't want
because-
to go there. I didn't want to go there, but I mean,
All
it's
right, Jimmy.
true though.
I'm down.
So
Let's do it.
So
All right, we
what-
got another
Flow.
beer.
all right, number 1 was the pandemic created in the lab.
I think that the virus, there's a shit ton of things that are created in labs, and sometimes this was the quintessential scary fucking movie. You create a virus, they couldn't contain it, it broke free, and this monster fucking went into the world.
I don't know,
Frankenstein
man.
got loose, and,
Is it-
and it was a fuck up.
Have you seen Contagion?
Yeah. With the
I'm
egg
legit-
and the
Love that movie.
I legit think a dude was in the jungles, cut his hand, and bat shit got into his blood, and
Alright.
then passed him the coronavirus. I mean, it's as easy as
All right,
that.
here's
That's
what
a
I
good
think.
one.
Here's
That's
what
a
I
good
think.
one too.
It's
like
like-
Because of fuck what you think.
It's like you better give a fuck.
the guy fucked a bat,
You better
right?
give a fuck. It's like South Park. It's like South Park. It's the pandemic special, bro. Someone fucked a bat, and that's it. That's where we're at now. That's
I thought there was more to that.
Yeah.
the most uneducated take I've ever had in my life, but it had to come from something similar to that.
Nobody did that, dude.
We don't know, dude. You don't know. I don't know.
Nobody did that.
We don't
No.
We don't know.
Where would they
Hey.
put it?
I don't know,
I
dude.
mean, maybe the bat in.
Someone bring up
but-
the anatomy of a bat.
And then the thing starts scratching and clawing. The bat
Super
starts
solid.
scratching and clawing. Boom.
Nah.
I like the idea that someone created it in a lab. Said person got what they created, left the lab with the virus, and spread it that way.
Are you guys idiots, dude? Do you guys
Yeah.
just think that they're just fucking right there in shorts and a t-shirt? Just, I'm making viruses. Look at me. Making
No,
viruses.
but
Fuck yeah.
they do contain viruses. They do keep them. They have a stockpile of like.
Sure. The CDC does, yeah.
Yeah. There's other sort of organizations that are like the CDC that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily branded CDC, and some are like research companies. Some are
Right.
like medical research companies.
Yeah.
Who knows what they were doing with that? Again, we don't know. Maybe again, this is Frankenstein's monster. That shit broke free. It latched onto somebody, and
We
Wouldn't it
are
be
where
fucked
we
up?
are.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if it like left on the bottom of someone's shoe or something like that?
that's what I mean. Because that's because the story that I heard was that it was homegirl that was working in the lab researching, right, with that particular strain of the flu, which was the Corona 19 or whatever the fuck they called it.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. And there were 18
no,
other
it's not a flu.
strains. Huh?
It's not a flu.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know. According to Zach Dufton on the Jag Show in January, it is the flu.
So
The
what
flu.
I'm saying is, okay, so this illness, this disease, right, was being researched, right? Because we already researched the other 18
Yeah.
COVID-18, the other old COVID strains that there
All
are.
right, all right. Before we spread misinformation, okay? COVID-19 is the 19th iteration of a coronavirus that has made human transmission. All right,
Yeah.
H1N1 was a coronavirus. It was COVID.
Like
H1,
Yeah. They all
COVID,
have,
H1N1. There's COVID,
yeah,
SARS,
yeah.
and stuff like that. Okay, so I don't want people to think that like, oh, there was 19 viruses they were working on in the lab, and one of them got out. No, coronaviruses are labeled that way. SARS was labeled that way. H1N1 was labeled that way.
Bird flu,
Right.
all that. Yeah.
yeah, and they actually name them, or at least they try to name them things that won't be as offensive, right? Because the bird
Like-
flu.
Like Chinese virus.
Yeah, well, that's the media. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones or whoever.
China.
What I'm saying is like
That's
this
actually not that bad.
It could have easily been an accident. It was an
course.
accident, and nobody was like, "We did everything we could. We have the bodysuits with the seals and the duct tape. I don't know what we did wrong. Maybe it was one of you guys' coronavirus 19, COVID-19 research centers."
How much of you, both of you, in your bodies, do you think that this was something natural that may have happened as well?
I'm gonna
No?
say like 100%.
You think this was like not man-made at all, or at least
Yeah.
mutated?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how fucking swine flu got out. That's how H1N1 got out. Bro, it's not created in the lab, bro. It's literally exactly how I explained earlier. Homeboy walking in the fucking jungle, has a cut on his hand, puts his hand down, and gets bat shit into his hand. Because that bat shit got into that open wound, now
Got
that
infected.
bat's DNA is in his DNA, and attached to that DNA is that COVID-19.
Infection or whatever. Yeah.
That's how it all happens, dude. I mean, they were talking about. I was reading an article about how in China there's a huge likelihood that there's going to be a human transmission of another swine flu.
Yeah,
Like, there's
that
a-
kind of stuff
I
always
feel like
happens.
they say that every year, though. Like every year, the plague is
Well,
come
because they
back.
have.
Like
I'm sorry,
This-
dude. Like, I don't mean to sound insensitive. Well, no,
you're
I'll get
about
into
to
that. Hold
sound
on.
insensitive.
hold on. I mean, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but China's like food handling like processes over there is not up to par. It's not.
Yeah, and they're down to eat a lot of things. You know, I mean, and not just China, just people around the world.
In general,
We're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not, we're,
yeah.
we're kind of used to, you know, our packaged food, our pre-processed foods are
Yeah.
already pretty looking.
we don't see
food.
the ugly in our food.
We
Well, I
don't
mean,
hunt, you know.
people-
Well, at least not. I don't
people
know,
tend to
what do we
forget
call it?
that,
City slickers.
People tend to forget that like the UK and the US had a pretty bad mad cow outbreak, dude. I mean,
I
like
remember
Like
that.
recently.
that
they had to
happens,
destroy
bro.
millions of cows. Like they literally had to.
And
put
if
them
you ate that beef, you got sick as shit. You know what I mean?
True.
Speaking of
Zach eats that beef.
the plague, right? It's funny that you bring that up because it's like,
The
oh, the
Exactly.
plague is going to
Places.
come back every year,
It
bro.
does.
Did you know that up in Santa Monica there are squirrels up there that
That have
get
the plague.
tested and they have the fucking plague up there?
Yep.
Ah,
And you get
yeah, 'cause all that
hipsters in
homelessness,
fucking. You get hipsters and fucking Nike Cortezes fucking feeding them, dude.
Yep. If a flea from that bad boy gets onto you and bites you, guess what you got? The fucking
You have
bubonic.
the
Well, I
plague.
mean you're not because they have cures for it now, but
I mean, it could easily be an outbreak, though. I mean,
Yeah.
which
squirrels
disease
can
was
revolt.
recently? There was a disease that was
Smallpox.
recently eradicated.
Yeah.
Smallpox, and due to anti-vaxxers, they came back. Thanks, by the way.
so are you gonna get a vaccine when they come out with one?
Not on that one. Not on that one.
Not on COVID-19.
First
Not
round.
the COVID-19 one. I honestly, I think I got sick. I think I got sick in December of last year.
But that doesn't mean shit
December.
anymore, dude. A
Yes.
guy
They just
literally just died yesterday. That died from second transmission.
Second time.
Second wave. Oh, see, I'm staying my ass inside, guys. I work.
Thank
I
you.
Can work. I can work from home. If I need to go out, I'll go out and get food. Don't even trip.
Yeah, don't even
That's.
trip.
I mean,
Okay, okay.
I haven't even gone.
25
to the barber.
years
Look at
old,
this,
yeah.
man.
I mean,
25 years old.
What do you think, Daniel? You think this was natural transmission? If this was made in a lab? What do you think, bud?
Maybe not made in the lab, but definitely being studied. And then homegirl was like, "Oops." Kind of like the same situation with you. It was an accident. It was an accident, and then Frankenstein's monster.
What should have been
Release it
the
to-
course of action after we found out that yes, you can transmit this virus through its person-to-person contact. You can transmit it through surfaces and things like that.
Stay home, stay safe.
Stay home, stay safe.
Shout out.
That's Haunty.
Shout out, Lindsay.
Shout out Auntie Lindsay.
Yeah, that's my sister. Yeah, dude. We'll get into a funny
homie
story
right
about
there.
after this. Yeah.
That's the
All
homie
right.
right there.
Yeah, so I mean,
I forgot what
it
my
was-
question was.
whether
We'll
it was
finish coloring in
created
your room.
or whether it was
I'll put it up on
man-made,
my wall.
like we're in this shit now. What is
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't matter.
What
Yeah.
was it?
We're
pretty
month
much
7.
all of 2020. Most of
We're in
2020.
month 7 right now, dude.
Yeah, by the looks of my watch, yeah, month 7.
It's bananas. Like I haven't gotten a haircut. Not that I mean, some barbers are open. I know of some barbers that are open.
I get a
Right.
haircut every 3 weeks.
She said Haunty loves you. Okay, now go.
That's probably the worst thing. I hate admitting that, and I'm not going to say where I go, but I do get a haircut, and
I don't wear a mask.
I do wear a mask.
I spit in people's mouths.
I like directly spit. Like you lay down, open your mouth, I'll spit.
Oh,
into it.
going back to the question, you said what should we have done?
What should have been the-
that we
yeah.
found out?
What should have been the course of action once we found out how transmittable the disease was?
We should have done what
And how
Italy
deadly
did.
Shut the
Italy
fuck
just
down.
Shut the fuck down. At least 2 weeks. I think the shutdown came way too fucking late.
Yeah.
I think we
But-
should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you-
what I was gonna say is the where we fucked up along the way is the person who was in charge of this country delegated it out to states and said this
Yeah.
is a state issue.
This is
No, it's
your
not,
guys'
bro.
problem now.
This is a fucking straight up pandemic on our whole entire nation, dude.
Yes.
And then I don't know if you guys heard of that recording that he was like, "Yeah, I kind of knew that it was really, really bad, but I told
Yeah, the
American
Woodward.
public-" Yeah, and I told the American public, "Hey, don't trip, you stay calm. It's not as
You know
bad as
what's
you think."
so-
And
know what's
he
so
has
crazy?
it now. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or had it. You know what's so crazy is that his.
I don't think that motherfucker had it.
I don't
But he
think he
has
had
USA for DNA. What do you know?
He has USA for DNA, bro.
that guy, man. That guy, seriously.
100% agree with that, Lindsay. He should have let us know sooner.
Trump should be a stand-up comedian.
Ah.
Because he would do well as a stand-up comedian. Because he's such a bullshitter, you know what I mean? Like, you can never believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth. And he's kind of a piece of shit, and most comedians are pieces of shit. You know what I mean? So he gets funny on stage. He just shouldn't be president.
I agree. Well, I don't know though. I kind of agree with this statement, and I kind of don't. The reason why I kind of don't is because if we had like an actual strong national or a federal response to this, I don't think it would have been as bad. If they would have done what Italy did and said, "Hey, you know what, man? We're shutting down all non-essential businesses. Everybody needs to stay home from work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They shut us down for 3 weeks. Fine. You know what I mean? If we would have had a strong response like that, I think we'd be out of the woods by now. We'd be preparing to enter into our second wave.
Did you?
Right, and I also blame both sides for that too.
Did you?
Because they didn't want to play with each other, and they're like, "No, you're taking too much. You're giving too much. You're gay. You know, where do we get? What do they get?"
Yeah.
I think there was too much of that bullshit going to like instead of just saying
politics is so fucking divided. It's gross, dude.
But what's not divided is
I hate
beer.
both of them. Shout out beer.
Crown and Hops. Black people love beer. This is one of my favorite breweries outside of Inglewood, or in Inglewood. I'm sorry. Crown and Hops. Black owned. That's
Shout
the
out.
BPLB. Black people love beer. There's a hazy IPA. I was talking shit on hazies last week, but yeah, here we are.
Nice.
I was gonna say,
Salud to my brothers. I love you guys.
Cheers.
What were we talking about before that?
I don't know, something depressing about Trump and that he's a piece of shit.
Oh, both sides.
Yeah, no,
that's what I was saying. So I was listening to NPR today, and fucking Ari Shafir was talking, or Ari Shafir, one of their, his name is Ari, but it's one of their reporters for NPR was talking to Ted Cruz, and he asked Ted Cruz because they were talking about Amy Coney Barrett, and he was like, you know, is there ever going to be an end to this tit for tat between Democrats and Republicans where when they're in power, they just one up each other? And I hate it, bro. The one thing I agree with Ted Cruz is this, dude. When you appoint a judge, you shouldn't appoint a judge to have a political leaning. You should only appoint a judge to interpret the law. That's all they're there for.
That's right. That's right.
She's kind of sketchy for me, man. I mean, these types of titles and these positions that people hold in government, they're so polarizing, right? You know, you hear things about these people, but you're not taking into context like how they're going to handle the job. You know, just because someone's like a crazy lunatic right-wing Christian doesn't mean they're not going to do a good job at. You know what I mean? Like
of interpreting the law. That's what their job is to interpret the Constitution.
And there are people that can put their thing aside, kind of like how we do sometimes, like when we were working retail, how we'd put our shit aside to take care of what needs to get taken care of. And I was watching some of the hearing, and there's parts of it where she's very like objective. She wouldn't be my first choice just because of her religious affiliation with this one Catholic group of women that are, for lack of a better term, the Handmaid's
Tales. Yeah.
So like very subservient. You know, the husband is the king. You know, there is no equal here. You're the one that's on top, and I'm the one that's on the bottom. Type of ideology.
But they only do a missionary though.
Yeah, which is really weird and boring.
Missionary is fun, dude.
I mean, it depends. But anywho, I just don't think that someone with that type of like religious affiliation should be even considered for something like this. That feels like you would lean one way too much.
And I'll put it this way, dude. I don't want anybody of any religious affiliation being appointed to interpret our Constitution, whether they're Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu,
whatever,
Buddhist. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I don't want any. I want the Supreme Court to be as impartial and objective as possible, dude, with no I want them to be robots, dude.
That's
Just
a little
AI.
scary sometimes, though, because what about nuance? How
AI
do you do a
SCOTUS.
nuance?
Well, see, that's their complaints about Amy Coney Barrett is she says that she's an originalist, and what an originalist is somebody is black and white when it comes to the Constitution. It's either this or it's that. She doesn't believe in nuance.
Wasn't RBG the same though?
No. Antonin Scalia was. He's the originalist.
An originalist. I've never heard that before.
He had like
Yeah.
a legit when he be no, never mind. I thought it would be like more like on the leaning left though.
No, that is an originalist is
More
most of the time in the context of United States law. Originalism is a concept regarding the interpretation of the Constitution that asserts that all statements in the Constitution must be interpreted based on the original understanding at the time it was adopted. And
Yeah,
most
that's-
of the time,
Oh, gotcha.
adopting the Bible from when it was written back then and not allowing nuance and change of time to come in.
this might be an unpopular opinion, dude, but we need to rewrite the Constitution. Don't at me.
Ooh, fight him.
Don't at me.
Fight him. Fight him.
Oh,
You're
we
an
need to
American,
rewrite that
bro.
shit, dude.
What do you mean, man? Because that feels like it could set a negative precedent. So I want to hear this.
You know how many times like European countries have rewritten their constitutions? Countless times.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Why are we basing our laws off of a document that was written almost 300 years ago?
I like
This
how
is America.
time. Zach I like how you had to check the time to verify it was 300 years ago.
Well, I
You're
mean, it's
like-
less than 300 years ago. But see exactly what Daniel says, dude. Like it needs to be updated to reflect, new shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like where you write a constitution where it says it doesn't matter what sex you are, you can get married to whoever you want to, except for
What?
children.
Whatever you want to.
What about my fucking
Except for
guns?
children.
Agreed.
What about my guns, dude?
I want to marry my guns too.
I'm just saying. Dude.
Hey, so what's good with Ghislaine Maxwell, dude?
Last thing I heard about her.
Jimmy
is-
wishes her well.
I wish her well. I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her ever in my life. No, last time she got caught and she said she
You
was gonna
haven't-
spill.
You haven't heard a fucking thing about her.
No, I've turned off. I only hear whatever updates pertain to my current situation. Like I've kind of tuned out. Just remember we were talking about Zach. Like you, like what? So what? How does that even affect me? These people are still gonna be in charge, regardless of whether it's Ghislaine Maxwell or whether they got Jeffrey Epstein. To say that fool was still alive, there's like 30 other Jeffrey Epsteins that are bigger, powerful, and quieter than him. So I don't know.
I'm sorry that I had to break it to you
Right.
that way that day, dude. But like, that's just the way.
Oh yeah,
it
no.
is, dog.
Listen, I when I hear these conspiracy theories, quote unquote, and I listen to everything. I like it all and I absorb it all. Do I research any more than what I see on these particular like YouTube? Actually, not so much YouTube. YouTube is very filtered now, and it's a weird service now. So I go
Not
to
if you
these
search
other
through, like,
websites.
DuckDuckGo. If you search through like a different search engine like DuckDuckGo or like
Shout
one
out
of the-
DuckDuckGo.
they're
But-
actually really good. You
But
can-
YouTube is still owned by Google, dude, and Google's the one that's filtering that stuff out. It's not search
can-
engines are
you can circumvent that kind of stuff.
not
Yeah,
really.
and there's other websites. There's other ones. There's like BitChute. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was
Poop Shoot.
a popular one. That's moviepoopshoot.com. And no, it's like all these other websites that do the same thing that YouTube does, just without the DCMA bullshit. They're not that big yet, so nobody cares. Most of these videos get like 20 views anyway. But what I was trying to get at is I take all that information in and I hear it, and then it's in there. So when I see it in the news, and like I'm like, oh, I heard about that like years ago, but everyone thought it was crazy. Like the whole when 9/11, and then you got on the internet after that. Ooh, man, it's you
It was a
couldn't stop.
wild time. It was a
I
wild
can
time.
understand the internet. I mean, like obviously I was in high school, but like it wasn't something that was like I'm gonna go search for the truth. Kind of thing.
I luckily
wild.
was turned on to certain websites in like 2004, 2005.
Okay.
And,
Rules 1 and 2, bro. Don't talk about it.
yeah, rules 1 and 2. You don't talk about it. So I was introduced to these particular message boards. if you know,
XNXX.com.
xnxx.com. Go to that one.
Extra
But
X.
these particular websites with message boards and stuff like that, you read.
Let's
you
just say that
could-
one of these message boards is apparently extremely racist now.
Yeah. It's really bad.
It is
If you thought
racist.
it was the asshole of the internet, this
I
is
haven't
the
gone on it
cesspool
forever, dude.
of the
I went
internet.
on the other
It's-
day, and it's like a cesspool of fuckery. It's not
yeah,
right.
it's not what it is anymore. But
Yeah.
if you stay
It's not
away from
fun.
that, if you stay away from that particular one, the other boards are actually not so bad.
Dude, I
Because
remember-
B is the
I remember when that particular message board was like super left leaning, bro. All about
Yep.
taking down Wall Street and all about like doing that
Breaking the
shit.
bank,
Yeah.
breaking the
Anonymous
bank.
started there.
We were there when it was born. That's what I try
We
to tell
were
people, dude.
Legion.
Yes,
We
I-
do not
not
forgive.
forget.
We do not forget.
Exactly.
But, people forgot. People forgot.
they
But, like,
forgot
really
real
fast.
fast.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. And
That was
people,
right
nah,
there.
it was weird.
When
I'm sorry?
Zach was living at Levy's house, that's when we were like trolling
deep
like
into it.
that.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
I was deep into it like a while before that.
Dude,
because of Drake
did you
and
guys
Asher,
ever
but-
get? Did you guys ever get doxxed? Did
No, I
anybody
never
ever
got
post it?
doxxed. No.
No, you never got doxxed, Dave. You never got your phone number posted.
I don't think so. No,
I didn't. I never really posted on there, bro. I just.
I would lurk.
read.
Lurked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
lurk.
lurked.
You just lurk. I have a nice
Lurk
story.
more.
I have a.
Do you
good
like
story
Mudkips?
about that. You like Mudkips? So I have a really good story about that. So
There you go.
So I had a girlfriend right back in the day.
What's his name?
Who's
Back in the day.
What's his
whose
name?
sister or sister's boyfriend, it turned me on to the website. Point being, I started showing the homies here in Southgate, hey, look at this website. It's funny, ha ha, ha, blah blah blah. It's pretty much uncensored. You don't have to sign up, blah blah blah. This girlfriend that I had at the time, I didn't know she was crazy. To the
They all
point
are.
where, yes, to the point where she singled out a particular friend of mine, and she was like, "That's the one that I don't like for whatever fucking reason." And she got my friend's number. My girlfriend at the time got my friend's number from my phone, posted it on this particular website, and said, "Have at it. Call her everything. Call her anything you want." So everyone started bombing my friend. You're a slut. You're a whore. You're a this. You're that. You're blah 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 blah. This was Wild West internet. This was 2004, 2005. Nobody
This
gave
is
a
like
fuck
the
what you
Modern
did on the
Warfare
internet.
3 in-game lobby and shit.
Oh, dude, it was
Yeah,
worse than
yeah,
that.
on
It was worse.
Xbox. Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. N words, F words, everything, bro. Like, she was getting everything. She was getting called. She was getting voicemails. She was getting
Getting dick
texts.
pics.
You have a giant
Yes,
butthole
it's
kind of thing.
yeah. So check it. She sends me. She calls me up because I'm the one that introduced all the homies to this website. So guess who she calls first? Hey, Jimmy.
Ah,
Did you put my number up? And I'm like, no, I'm not a piece of shit. First off, and second off, I would never do that to anybody. Even if you were my enemy, I wouldn't post your shit up. That shit is whack.
and
People
three,
don't
I don't
dox
even have your
anybody.
number.
That shit is stupid, huh?
And you're like 3. I don't even have your number.
And
That's
so,
Who's this?
yeah. So then she goes, can you ask your girlfriend? Then can you like ask her? And I was like, but there's no proof. It could have been. It literally could have been anybody. But I knew that my crazy girlfriend. That's when I started putting things together. Pussying it together, right? And I was like, wait a minute. I sleepovers. She could have stayed awake, looked at my shit, posted a right. It was easy.
Oh, this is in the day and age before passcodes.
yeah.
Right. So you could
Well,
just
you
turn
had
on
to
the
do
phone
like
and
a
get it.
design on your phone.
No, dude.
This
I
is
didn't have
before
a
that.
log. No,
Oh, this
you
is
could just
before
turn
that.
it on. Turn it on, swipe up, and use it.
Well,
Point being,
Scary.
I have shout out to a friend B. She's a bit of a sleuth, an FBI agent on the search engines, and this was when you could find things with other people's email addresses. Again, it was Wild West, but it was still easy to find shit. Point being, she goes, "Hey, I noticed that your girlfriend has a secret live journal. If you guys remember live journal, it was like a website. It's essentially what it is. It's an online blog. You posted blogs, whatever. Hey, so this is I found your girlfriend's name." With this other account, with this other blog, and I printed them. She printed them out, and it said, she printed them out. and she goes, "Is this it?" And it was a post by my girlfriend talking about my friend A, who she posted about, talking about how she hates her and da 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 da, and I'm gonna get back with her and blah 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 and this and that. It was weird, bro. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I went and I
God
was like, "Yo,
damn.
what is this?" She was like, "How did you find this? This is an invasion of privacy and da 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 da." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm out. That's it. It's done.
Hey.
It's done." Yeah. 6
Oh
months.
fuck.
But
I
yeah,
don't want to say that I posted somebody's numbers on there, but I know somebody who did post somebody's number on there. It was bad.
we
Man.
didn't know each other back then.
It
Not
was
like
bad.
that anyway. Yeah,
So
man, that
bad.
website is crazy. But like what I was getting back to is like you could really mess up somebody's afternoon because she, like my friend, had
Oh,
to change her
yeah.
number because of that.
It's terrible.
Now,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
from going from being a complete cock and doxing someone, I want to know. We were in the same band for quite a while
Yeah.
in Pink Vengeance, and then we came back, and then we did a reunion show where you played
Oh, yeah.
bass, and you knew maybe
Poorly.
you knew maybe 30 seconds of the 40-minute set.
Hey Jimmy, when I saw you guys at the blacktop when you were playing bass, like your bass wasn't even plugged in, bro.
No, we didn't.
They
Oh, it wasn't
they,
plugged in?
they
No.
unplugged
We
your
left
bass.
it low. No,
Yeah.
it was left low. It was
It
left
was
so
real-
low that you couldn't hear it. I did that.
It was one of those shows where it just came up really quickly, and we just couldn't. We didn't have enough time to teach Jimmy, who didn't play bass naturally, all these songs. Right? Going from that experience, what's one of the most cherished memories of Take Vengeance that you have?
Anytime that we had to drive out really, really far for a show, whether
Okay.
it's a Riverside or Pomona
Redlands.
or Redlands, where we had to wake up and do the road trip kind of thing, that was always fun because it was all day fuckery. And this was before I didn't drink as much as I did, like, you know what I mean? I didn't start my drinking phase then, and I didn't even smoke back then.
Yeah,
So it was
it's
just
weird.
natural.
I
We
looked
were-
down on people who smoked pot back then.
I remember
Fucking
that.
straight edge.
Not even, dude. I
Yeah.
just drank like a fish. I still drink the same way I drink now. But like,
2 beers and done.
yeah, 2 beers and I'm done.
Drinking
But
like a fish.
I didn't smoke weed, dude. Like,
Yeah,
and then
and it was like
now
I
look
can
at
honestly
us.
say it was very, very pure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very pure, like it was rock and roll as rock and roll can be, and that was really, really fun. The backyard shows. Hey, let me borrow your drum set. All right, and then you fight with the other band or whatever. You know,
the
it was
stress
fun.
of finding gear at a backyard show was paramount. I gotta give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Ivan. Ivan was the guy who would go out to the other bands and be friendly and get you gear that you didn't have to play.
Yeah.
That's why I always loved playing with Take Vengeance because I knew I could use Dave's
Yeah,
5150.
you know, use my shit.
Oh
don't worry.
yeah, the 5150. Yep. And then
I was
you had
like,
the
yes.
5150
I
too.
will say there was a couple times.
I wonder who this guy is, dude. I wonder who this could
Mosh Olympics. Whoa,
No, but
those are 2 words I haven't heard in a while.
be. But I wonder who this user is, dude. I
Yeah,
don't think I could tell who.
Walrus for life. I don't
I don't
know.
think I could tell. I don't think I could tell who that is.
Where was Walrus for Life
Walrus.
in a band called Straight Down?
Walrus.
Was he,
From
think I know who
was
that
he the
is.
drummer from Walk My Path?
You know what? And I said it, and I'll say it again.
The drummer from Betrayal is Weakness?
that Walk My Path was my favorite project that I've ever been in,
That shit was dope, dude.
and I'm gonna stamp that now.
That was
said
that was the band that Dave and I started, like maybe around like when I was like 20, 21 years old. It was with Dalton and
Travis.
Dalton and Travis. And then we didn't have a bassist, so we had John Freeberg play bass for us,
Shout
dude.
out Freebird.
You know what? Shout
Shout
out
out
John
Freeberg.
Freeberg, because John Freeberg and Jimmy have something in common, and I know Zach knows what I'm going to say right now.
I already
They have
know.
something in common. They don't play bass very well,
Oh, I
Yeah.
know something about stairs and anal.
and the stairs and the anal. You know
Stairs and
what?
anal.
I went and dropped someone off. I dropped you guys off at that party, And then I went and dropped the person that I was with at the time. I dropped them off at home, and then I came back to the party to pick you guys up. And like 50 things happened that night. Someone got butt fucked on the stairway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red Hat was passed out on fucking chloroform.
Yeah, dude. People were on literal drugs.
Debauchery, dude. It was absolute debauchery.
For 25 minutes.
I'll say, I'll stamp it as well, dude.
Southgate, and I came back to some fuckery, dude.
As a man.
I'll say, hands down, without a doubt, dude, Walk My Path was the most fun I ever had in a band.
Yep. It was the
I
most
would have
fun
to say
for
Take
me
Vengeance.
because
I mean, Take Vengeance was the only band I was in.
I feel like he stopped coming around because we said cup of noodle shrimp dick too much.
I think so. But I think it also might be because we kept telling him he was a shitty bassist. So I don't know if you ever knew this story, Jimmy, with Walk My Path and Take Vengeance. So like, Take Vengeance was kind of playing shows. Walk My Path was like getting hit up to like play a lot of shows. People want us.
Fucking
You were on the
fire.
rise.
Yeah, people
We were on
wanted us
fire.
to play, dude.
All right.
Okay. And Dave obviously had the band or the van at the time, so we would all load up in there, go to the shows, whatever. Somebody from Take Vengeance, I'm not going to name names, but came up to him and said, "You either play and Take Vengeance and leave Walk My Path, or you leave Take Vengeance and play Walk My Path." So guess what this guy did? Left Walk My Path.
Oh damn! That night you couldn't play both.
No, we weren't playing together.
No,
They
we were
just
playing. It was like
ultimatum.
you give us the full time or you don't give us nothing.
But what's funny is wasn't someone else in like two bands too?
Yep. And that was okay. That's fine. That's okay. All right, we're opening it up.
But I think it's.
You
But
don't
honestly,
suck.
though, like I don't mean to like toot my own horn, dude. But I think at the time it was because Walk My Path was like better.
We were
It was like
on
getting up there.
fire. Oh my god. We were on fire.
What's it called? Oh, not that one. But Dalton said it best, dude. Like we were ahead of our time
Yep.
at the time.
I'm getting pissed over here.
I can see the I can see the loyalty though in Dave's defense.
Look,
Did you see?
okay, look.
Did you see more
The semi-pro
opportunity?
demo?
Yeah. Did you see a more? Did you see
Look,
a better
I-
opportunity
no.
I
to
saw
Take
a pa-
Vengeance that you
I-
did with
I-
Walk My Path?
I saw
At
a
the time,
path.
of course.
I at the time, obviously with hindsight being 2020,
Yeah.
I saw a path to get to where I thought I wanted to go. And where I
Right.
thought I wanted to go was to be some sort of producer and help other bands ghostwrite, things like that. Because like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I don't suck at writing riffs. It's just not a hard thing to do. So like I thought my path was that. And I was gonna use Take Vengeance to get to that path. Obviously it didn't work, and as time goes things change, and turns out I'm not the writer that I thought I was. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, okay.
it's not in the cards for me right now. If I started again and I took as much time as I did with Take Vengeance, I'd probably write something, but it's nowhere close to
I was the riff writer, bro.
Zach was
we
the
both. We
me
both.
and Zach definitely wrote riffs together. I handled more of the chuggy breakdown parts and like transitions, and
Yeah.
Zach was like the punk rock circle pit riff writer, where I could never be that way. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gassing
Walk-
up Zach right now.
So then you stabbed
My
Walk
dick
My
is hard.
Path in the back, and you said,
And that created a rift,
Yeah.
created a rift
Me
between
and,
Dave and I,
Zach,
dude.
me and Zach didn't talk for at least a year for sure.
But he
I'll
fucking
never-
stabbed me in the back, bro.
Yeah, but
What,
I got my
so,
I got my colors. I got my colors taken away. I got my letters taken away, and
Told him I couldn't be in Stronghold anymore.
I kept writing music.
Oh damn!
I kept writing music with Take Vengeance that was like
No more rocker
half-assed,
patches.
and like then I remember like the person that was in another band was like releasing an album and dedicating time there, about the same amount of time I was dedicating to my project. And we got little nipples. Look at how Zach's so alabaster white.
Alabama, so bobs.
Either way, other people in Take Vengeance got a chance to pursue side projects and art that they wanted to do, while I tried to do the same thing, and it wasn't allowed.
We were just better. That's what it was.
We were just better, and I will say that, and I have no qualms with that. You can listen to all that shit. It's on Bandcamp. You can listen to all that stuff. I'm on all of
Pat's
it.
on Bandcamp?
No, the Take Vengeance stuff. And then you can watch the show that's recorded with a shitty camera and be like, these motherfuckers slapped.
We slapped, bro.
These motherfuckers slapped. And
it's on YouTube, bro. I'm going to pull up the link and give it to you.
I want to see it.
That was someone playing riffs we wrote who's not even close to the guitar player that I was at the time.
Yeah.
That was Zach and some schmuck. Like, whatever.
And whatever. You all right, Dave?
Nah, man. I'm getting fucking heated right now.
You all right?
That's too funny, guys. Yeah, man.
It's the heat, bro. It's fucking emanating from my nuts.
Where's the private chat?
That was a good run though. Being in a band was extremely fun. I got to play with.
I will say this: there was one time in
popular bands.
Do you remember that one time in Ivan's house where you pulled out a knife on both of us? There was a breakdown song. I can't remember what it was, and then you went to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and you started chasing me and Ivan, and we ran into his room. And you started like carving his door. Do you remember that?
It's because Jimmy was on PCP, bro.
I know.
He got his feet wet.
And fucking Valtrex or whatever the fuck you're taking right now.
Valtrex? It was
a blood thinner?
Yeah, this was all fucking high off his mind right now, dude.
It was Stacker 2.
I did a shit ton of blood thinners. Let's go.
I did a whole bunch of ephedrine.
Nice. You took Dayquil and NyQuil.
You popped a motion and you were flexing? Whoa.
It was that fat burner stuff that had a lot of
Stacker 2.
Stacker 2.
I took that for a little bit, and then someone from MLB died with that, and I was like, I'm not taking that anymore.
What was it? It was a
ephedrine.
Amphetamine. It was a definite ephedrine. But it was an amphetamine like derivative. Like it was
Mikey used to take that. Mikey used to do like I know, right? Mikey used to do like a Navy SEAL class at the YMCA in Downey. And Mikey was like, you got to take this ephedrine. This shit's fucking great. And then someone died from a heart attack.
It's like legal speed is what that was.
Pretty
much, yeah.
This was doing like 150 push-ups in a row and shit. It was wild.
I remember I made the mistake of taking that fat burner shit, right? Once in the morning with a cup of coffee. And I wasn't even I wasn't doing anything active. I was at a desk and I was like it was gross. Don't ever do that. It was bad.
You need to go back and screen cap that of his face right there when he was doing it.
Yep. I already got it on lockdown, dude. I took some pre-workout this morning, and because at the gym we work out at, you have to wear a mask. And so the pre-workout was kicking in, and I could feel my lip like twitching under my mask. I was like, "Oh, this shit's fucking crazy."
CrossFit, yeah.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm just trying to get back into it, dog. So
you get ripped.
Get
jacked,
like buttholes.
Yeah, jacked buttholes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be live next Thursday. Dave is going to be out of town. We will be back the following week with special guest, hopefully Alex.
I have a promo already ready to go. God damn it!
So expect us back probably October 28th, and then that following Wednesday we will not be on air as I'm going to be in Vegas that time. But you can catch me on the in the Neutral Zone podcast on this upcoming Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but I will be there.
Who knows? Maybe I'll guest on that.
Anything that we could see you on there, Jimmy?
Straight just Twitch, twitch.tv at Metalface Gaming, Metalface J, and then on IG, I'm mostly active at Ramirez Unlimited. If you need any band promos, artwork, anything, hit me up. Also, shout out to the Ledukes gaming team. Shout out to Super Audio Network. Shout out to you guys for getting me on here. All the homies, everyone who's ever helped me, thank you again. And thanks to my family for putting up with all this mess. God knows they are very patient with me.
That they are. Jimmy, we love you, brother. Thank
Yeah,
you for
dude. Love you,
coming on.
man.
Zachary, I fucking
David,
love you, dude.
everybody who's watching right now, the 4 people who are watching, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and everybody stay safe. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Peace out.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. It's
You
too much.
twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!